want is a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi. Hey folks, happy Wednesday. We're at Gemini Springs Park in DeBary, Florida. Little natural Florida today. Want to just take in a sunset for a change. One thing we haven't done in a while is just get back, I think, to a natural park. More importantly, I'd like to get back to the beach and just kind of relax for a little bit. Look at this behind me. All open field. Took the camera here today to take some pictures too. Look at this. I've been out here in a bit, but the lake has receded a little bit. Even though there's a spring over there, we've had a very, very bad drought over the last few months. There's actually been a lot of fire activity all around this area. Home sweet home. You can see like this stream is all dried up over here now. I think the goal is, since we're getting so close to sunset, that we'll find a spot. We can set up this camera to do a time lapse of the sunset itself, right back there. And then take some pictures with the other camera.
Look at the fishes over there.
Look at that baby gator. So cool. And just a couple of feet away from me. He's just a little guy. Look at his head. It's truly awesome. See, they're not looking to bother anybody as long as you're not bothering them. But I do believe he's given us a good look up and down. Meanwhile, the sun is just about setting. And I love these markers in the ground. And it's getting a little dark, otherwise we'd walk back here. The last time I think that we were at this park was when we flew the drone clear over into like the water area back there. So I want to be able to get back to doing that again. And folks ask why we haven't flown the drone lately. It's really just because there's so many FAA regulations in Florida. It's very difficult to find spaces that you can actually fly it because there's so many airports nearby. Not about to get a $15,000 ticket for flying a drone in an area that we're not allowed to. The funny thing is that the people that are right behind me, they'll come out and they all say the same thing, like, oh, look at the baby alligator, it's so cute. That's our mentality here, and let's be honest, they're pretty freaking awesome. Hey folks, the last time that I think I spoke with you all, it was probably here, the last like big heart-to-heart that I had about frustration with some of the comments in the channel, etc. And I just wanted to take a time again to circle back and say I really appreciate the outpouring of support that we had when I mentioned that we were thinking about like maybe it was time to like wind down or take the channel off. I'm not gonna do that. I truly love doing this when I can do it. It's just difficult to do it sometimes because of time constraints. But I do want to say that even with all the outpouring support, which I really love, there's been so much negativity lately in some of our comments and videos. Things like, you know, even with the playlist live stuff that we put up, I know I set the tone by saying the folks that are at the playlist live event are mostly kids. That's who the event is geared towards, and newsflash, that's who YouTube is mostly geared towards. The largest chunk or percentage of folks that are tuning into YouTube on a regular basis are kids. I think, you know, the realization's there that older people do tune in to watch certain things, but kids live and die by YouTube. They barely watch regular TV. And when I announce folks as these are friends of the channel, and they're in a band or anything else, and we get negative comments about people looking like Justin Bieber and nobody has talent, or who are these people, and so-and-so, and throughout the video, it's a little bit frustrating. By all means, you guys don't need to love everything that we put out or everybody that we feature in the videos or anything like that, but there's plenty of stuff out there that we're featuring as far as content that deserves a little bit more praise probably than negativity. And I had a few folks check in with me recently, you know, to see if I'm okay on Twitter, and you know, it kind of makes me feel like the old suicidal tendencies song of you know, I'm not crazy, you're crazy, you know, all I wanted was a Pepsi and she wouldn't give it to me.
Mom, just give me a Pepsi, please. All I want is a Pepsi, and she wouldn't give it to me.
As of late, I've been a little bit more open in calling people out on BS when I think things are BS. There's so much talk with not only theme park Twitter, but other areas of Twitter where I think bloggers or vloggers, etc., are kind of looked down on for the work that they do, and you know, made fun of for carrying a camera around. But there's a lot of work that goes into this, and ultimately there's awards that go along with this. We know other folks within the community that have already received, you know, nice silver play buttons, which are representative of achieving a milestone of 100,000 subscribers. And some folks can put out a video or a couple of videos because they want to just share their experiences and have a little bit of fun, and then other folks have goals. And when you target folks as a general mass of you know, where you know, they're striving to achieve a goal and they are chastised for that, that's really kind of upsetting. That's kind of an annoyance as well, you know, and that's certainly something we've been working for. You know, and we're, you know, to be completely honest with you, you know, I want to be able to get back and try to help folks again and try to put together a tutorial or tips of what we've experienced over the last 3 years in doing videos. We just did hit our 3-year mark at the beginning of April or mid-April again. You know, everybody has certain goals, and there's work that gets put into things, whether it's the kids that look like Justin Bieber, or kids that are running around and or people running around doing videos or makeup tutorials on YouTube, or it's people like us that are older and trying to generate an audience and putting together a video and taking time to edit and everything. It's disappointing to get the feedback sometimes that is out there. That's all I have to say. And that's all of my whining for the day, at least. This is what I see with my eye. We're back at Memorial Park across the street from Gemini Springs Park. Just figured at least if I was over here, come pay respects for a little bit. Let's see what's shaking over here. This is the park that has that really amazing F-15. So cool. And this plane is in tribute to Brian William McVeigh, who was shot down in Saudi Arabia in 1996. Look at that. Awesome. Ooh, there's a cat. And there's an armadillo hole over there. I did want to try to get some pictures with these awesome hedges here. And that about does it for our quick trip. Awesome sunset back there. Heck yeah. Let's go check out some stores. And by the way, one jump cut that we missed back there when I did the time lapse for the sunset, it got a little off kilter because I ended up talking to like an older guy who was just walking his dog, who pointed out the baby gator. And we ended up having like a 15-minute conversation just about gators, nature, the parks, the springs, everything around Florida. It was awesome. It was exactly what I needed. And just kind of brought me down again and made me think, you know, there's a lot more to interacting than just worrying about theme parks and, you know, the next big great thing and stuff like that. Holy cow, I know I can't focus too well, but that is the moon. It's huge. Target has to offer. All the Guardian stuff is already on sale. We are in before the cut at Planet Smoothie, so I think that's where I'm gonna eat a drink right now. I got this ridiculous sized chocolate Elvis dinner. Jesse wanted Domino's tonight, so her and Mary are eating it at home, and I can't stomach it, so Planet Smoothie. Ooh, there's a big Ulta store here. I've never seen it before. By the way, before we wrap up, I know that in the video we shot the other day, as Jesse sitting me with the hanger, we said that we would have a wrap up on Playlist. And I think the videos pretty much encompassed everything about Playlist, and you guys got my feeling about things. It was a good event, really geared towards kids, which is not a bad thing. That's just what it is. But very, very crowded, and overall, I think Saturday there was a chunk of stuff to do. Sunday there wasn't much to do at all on the schedule, but I thought you guys would appreciate the feedback from Jess, because it was kind of her target demographic, and Mary. So what did you think about Playlist?
It was
What was the best part?
meeting people.
Yeah? What was the worst part?
Everything.
It sounds like an ice cream shop in the background. It's our dryer going off. Everything else? What, the panels weren't the same as like last year?
No.
I mean, last year there was like skit comedy sessions and bigger established artists.
There was also Vine too. So that
That's true. And I think it was a lot more like stage activity, like things actually happening, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you do outside of meeting people?
Go back to the hotel room.
That's pretty much it.
But didn't you go in the pool?
But
The
that
pool
was at
party.
nighttime.
Yeah,
But then
They
we
had the
also
pool
left
party.
because there's too many people.
that's true too. And you? What did you think about Playlist?
I thought it was a lot of fun on Saturday. You get to see a lot of people walking around, and you're like, "Ooh, who's that? Who's that?" But yeah, it was a kid kind of.
That's what it's based for. YouTube is not made for old people.
That's what I keep saying.
Exactly.
Well, it's made for everybody, but
Sammy's
the
eating-
majority of the audience is young, I think. Sammy wants to eat the hanger. He's pissed off at it. So, any other thoughts?
Players suck.
No, it's.
It sucked. I
Look
think
at Sammy.
Jesse had fun. It was a tale of two different days,
Look
I
at
think.
Sammy.
Yeah, I think Saturday was really good, and then Sunday was just, it was hardly anybody there actually.
You see Sammy?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's it. One thing to note about Playlist this year, as opposed to prior years, ticket sales seem to be pretty dismal towards the end, so they blew out tickets within the last month. We paid full price for the three of us to go, although we probably could have got creator badges because I think we had higher sub counts and view counts than some of the folks that were there, but probably not the same target demographic audience that they're going for. But having said that, we bought a ticket for Jess's friend much later into the process because it was marked down to 70% off of the ticket price. And they did that a lot throughout the run of them selling tickets. From what I could tell, it's definitely not in league with VidCon. Well, that about does it for today. Tomorrow at the parks at Magic Kingdom, it is the last ever showing of Wishes. I'm not connected to Wishes like I think so many other folks are. I think it's more of a millennial connection. Wishes has always been a good fireworks show, but I'm not tremendously sad about it leaving compared to I think some other folks that are seemingly a little bit more devastated about it going away. I look forward to new stuff coming to the parks. I look forward to the new show, and that starts on Friday, so maybe we'll get over there for the new show. For now though, it's time for sleep, so thank you for all of your likes, thank you for your comments, thank you for your subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. We'll see you guys.